Brigade Podcast, aka or also previously known as the TIZZ Talk Podcast. It's been 2 years since we've dropped. Good, Cody, stop. Hang on. Hey, I'm running a podcast right now. I have to call you back, okay?
Oh, best intro.
Anyways,
It's already starting off hot.
All right. So, anyways, Bag Brigade fam, and all the previous TIZZ Talk, gang members that were. I don't know how many of y'all there were. There was like 30,000 listeners or subscribers at one point. Yeah, welcome to the new era. I got my co-host TooWokeToGoBroke with me.
What up?
Coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee, as usual. And then we got a new guy, an old, long-time friend of mine and everybody, and Tony's as well, TooWokes.
Yeah.
We could call you by your real name, but do you got a nickname you like to go by, bro?
Oh, what? I didn't know we were doing nicknames.
Well, I'm Chuck Boomberg. That's TooWoke. what did we? Well, and you chicken sandwich?
Yeah. When did you become? When did it go to Chuck Boomberg? Like, what's the?
TooWoke actually gave me the Boomberg thing.
Because he's always on the stocks and shit.
Yeah. So Chuck Taylor.
He's always on the what?
Look, let me explain.
I got that part.
Chuck Taylor, Chuck TIZZ, and then it became Chuck
I gave him the nickname, so I should tell him about it.
All right, fine. Tell him. Fucking tell him.
So basically, Chuck TIZZ, he's always on the stocks like Bloomberg.
I kind of figured.
We've got the the muzzle.
I'll show him the Discord server in a little bit on the screen, but yeah.
He's half muzzle top, so we got the Bloomberg.
I'm the Jewish wizard. I write my rhymes right to left.
Wait, and then how did TIZZ came about? Because of your buddy
Chuck
Justin, right?
Stiz with his silent ass S. Okay? You should hear the episode when we got an argument about TIZZ versus Stiz. I'm like, shut up with your.
Okay, so that's how it started. Right? Wait, how did Justin become Stiz? Though?
Because in 2006, when I met him, his name was Justin Zeller, JZ,
Adam.
right? Okay,
look,
and so it was called.
Hold on, this is how the podcast goes 3 hours, man. Let's.
Okay, you're right. All right, my bad. I'm just curious, Chuck TIZZ, and now you're what? You're the.
It's Chuck Taylor, aka Chuck Boomer, baby. That's all.
Okay, all right. We'll move on. Chuck
now, what
Boomberg.
are you then? What are you?
Well, okay. My brother used to, and his friends. I went on a trip to Mexico with them one time to Mazatlan. Do you remember this? Maybe.
I think.
Anyway,
told me about it.
After the trip was over, they started calling me. Little Bank. You never, and
I
that
don't
kind of stuff
remember
for
that
a while.
one, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was kind of
No,
like
but
I don't think we'll be
post
calling you that.
stickers all over the place of like the Burger King thing.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Oh yeah,
I won't be calling you that.
But what is the sticker?
I didn't ask. The sticker. I made a sticker.
But what is it? Say.
It's like the Burger King logo, right?
But it
just says Lichtenberger on it, which is my last name. So I was just talking with a friend named Corey, and I was like, hey, I think she made a sticker, so I was like, I want to make a sticker that's Lichtenberger in the Burger King font.
Yeah, and I thought it was sick as shit, honestly, when I saw it.
Yeah, I got one left. You want me to just throw it up real quick? Hold on.
Yeah, throw it up real quick and then send it to me in the mail.
All right. And I know Tony's like ready to go, but that's the sticker.
Lichtenberger, aka Chicken Burger.
Yeah, I like that. Now, see, I can get behind that.
Chicken. So
that's what they used to call you in middle school, Chicken Burger.
Chicken. Yeah, that was the classic one. There was Lichtenboogers. That was probably the earliest one.
I mean, dude, I went from Tay to like fucking. I mean, dude, I had it all, But now it's Chuck Boomberg, baby. It's Chuck.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, anyways, welcome back to the show, gang. This is gonna be a good one. I'm super excited. I have been waiting so fucking long to get this thing back going, and I'm super happy to have two of my oldest friends and my co-host too, obviously, on the show. Um, we're not really gonna run a script on this. We're just gonna kind of wing it because obviously, if you pay attention to anything right now, there is so much shit going on in the world.
Wait, Taylor, before we get started, can we what is this aesthetic you got going on?
Oh, it's just it's Chuck Bloomberg
Is it
alter
like
ego.
His
Anyways,
his
okay.
aesthetic is Unabomber meets Bloomberg.
yeah,
You
Bloomberg.
look like you're in the Matrix or something.
Well, maybe
Like
you should start calling me Neo then. I don't give a fuck, dude. I
you look
mean,
like you look like you're in the Gatrix.
did you say the Gay Tricks? Wow, that's some heat to
No, okay, I'm sorry. But you look like Yeezy inspired. You yeah.
I mean, look, I'm at the point in my life where I can dress however the fuck I want, and people still respect me because I make them a lot of money and I make myself a lot of money. So I don't care what I dress like.
Okay. Wait, I want to hear about your day. I know we're going to talk about day trading, right?
I'm more of a swing trader, but yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that. But anyways, just hold on. So TIZZ Talk fam, welcome back to the show. It is now going to be the Bag Brigade podcast. Okay. But it's still the same format. It's still going to be just as fun. All right. So, with that being said, I'm glad to have again my two homies on the show, especially TooWoke, co-host from day one, and my boy Chicken Burger Adam, and he wanted to be on this so bad. I was like, let's do it. Let's fucking run it. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to talk about tonight. And from the stock market to, the debate with Trump and Biden and the fucking assassination attempt and the
Assassination. I'm just joking.
attempt.
Wait, what?
Okay, and
I,
and the debate that happened like a month ago when I was watching it on like 6 grams of mushrooms, which was
oh,
insane.
that sounds
Oh, it
awful.
was awesome. I mean, Biden looked like a fucking skeleton to me.
Well, see,
That
the
would
problem
give
is he
me
looked like that without
nightmares.
the shrooms.
Well,
Yeah. He
imagine what it looked like to me. It was. I
sounds
haven't laughed
I
that
would
hard.
imagine it looked like the movie They Live when you put the glasses on.
yeah, that sounds horrifying. Just like
No, it was. I was
did you say
crying.
6 grams?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm a beast,
Dude,
dude. I'm a beast.
that's
I love
ridiculous.
mushrooms. They're so fun. They're so
Yeah.
fun. Oh yeah, it's like the most healing thing I've ever taken. Like I
I
don't
do
do.
like them too.
We don't need to
But I
get
haven't
into.
been. Okay, yeah, we don't have to.
I mean, I don't care. I don't mind. Like I don't give a
Okay.
shit. I have nothing to hide. But
I guess we should have called you Bloomberg then, because fucking bloomers.
Yeah. Call you mushroom nerd.
always coming up with the lines too every single time.
Well, fuck. What are we getting on to, man? What is
All
our
right.
first order?
Well.
Wait.
Okay.
Why did you change the name? I like the TIZZ Talk.
Because of my business now is Bag Brigade Financial, and I didn't want to like get rid of. I didn't want to like delete TIZZ Talk. I just changed the name because the followers or the subscribers are still there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, look, it is what it is. Don't worry about
Okay. Okay. Let's move on.
it. Okay. So I'll start it off. I met Chicken Burger over here. And well, actually, I met you before middle school. I think was it Hebrew school. I think when I met you.
Really?
I think I don't
Huh.
know. But basically,
I think there's probably a photo of us together, like in a big composite photo. I think there is when we're, like,
probably
there's like 100 kids, and I think
yeah,
we're in one together when we're like
yeah.
7.
And then so me and you became closer in high school, and then
Yeah.
TooWoke over here, me and him, we became close in high school. And then actually, TooWoke has been probably my like closest friend, even though he lives hundreds or 1,000 miles away from me for the past 4 or 5 years, ever since I had the issues with the family and everything. This guy's been there from day one when all that shit went down. So obviously, too, I appreciate the fuck out of you for the support you always give me with all that
Oh
shit.
yeah, man.
But
No
now that all that's taken care of and fixed, it's all good. But you were like one of the only ones that stuck around and supported me. I mean, we all grew up together in Houston, Texas, Bel Air High School, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to what was our teacher's name, Adam? The English teacher, and what was the math teacher? That black lady, the one with the bees.
I can't remember anyone's name.
I know you can remember Coach Walker.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Rocky Manuel.
Remember Coach Walker? What would he always call you and Robbie?
Coach Walker. Yeah, I do remember Coach Walker.
He was a butthead. Teacher. I think he would.
Oh, it was like Miss Arbino. Remember her?
Miss Arbino. You talking about Jawan Robichaux?
Jawan Robichaux. Yeah, and that's not who I'm talking about. No, Miss Arbino, dude. She was that English teacher that we had in senior year.
Oh no, dude.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Bel Air High School. Have y'all seen it lately? Oh my god, I just drove past it yesterday. It looks, it's like a
dude. Every school I went to, right after I left, they've like tore it down and rebuilt. Like,
dude, it looks like a whole new.
My middle school.
They have street lights there now.
Well, bro, do you remember how many fucking temporary? Do you remember how many temporary buildings they had when we were at the end of it?
My whole like public school career, if you want to call it that, was temporary buildings.
Dude,
everything was.
Dude,
temporary.
Okay, so Chicken Burger, right? Do you remember when we were graduating? We went in the parking lot and we wrote on everybody's car, class of 05, and we got the fuck out of there, and like they were like doing a police investigation on it.
That was so stupid.
Oh my god, that was so good, and they never caught us. They had no idea.
Yeah,
we did some dumb shit, didn't we?
Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
It really wasn't that dumb. I mean, that's just what kids do. I mean, what
kind of standard, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what were they gonna do? But I mean, maybe they would have. They would have arrested me for sure. Anyway,
it just like wasn't that creative. I think it could have been like we kind of did it like out of off the cuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right. So, anyways, that was some dumb shit that we did back in 2005, but that was still fun, But regardless of the fact, so let's just jump real quick into it because everybody's gonna want to just talk about this anyway. The Trump attempt assassination of Donald Trump. What's up?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, both of y'all?
Well, first, I mean, right when it happened, I had three different ways, right? I mean, right when it happened, you think, okay, immediately you're like, okay, either the Secret Service really sucks that bad at their job, and this little punk got that close to the president or former president and got his shots off, or maybe some JFK type shit going on, you know what I mean? Or it was
they were saying that it was potentially like the Iranians and it was like the FBI and like, all this crazy shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, dude,
the Iranians, I mean, they'd have to have access to the Secret Service for that to be true.
I'm not agreeing with it. What I'm saying is we're living in a time. Oh, you didn't hear it? Look it up. I mean, bro,
I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah. And now they're talking about the FBI. I mean, bro, this whole thing's such a fucking puppet show. Like it's
hard to believe that the Secret Service is just that inept. I mean, it's kind of scary.
How the hell did they not have a fucking sniper on that roof where that guy was shooting from?
Dude, well, first of all, there's a new video out there and they're showing some dude on a water tower way back there, like dressed in all black, looks like a Secret Service agent. So it's like they had that shit.
JFK
covered.
All over again.
So you guys think it's a conspircy theory? Like
I am not saying that. I am just saying it's like JFK 2.0 all over again, except he didn't get killed.
Well, where do you guys stand on like where do y'all's politics lie? Because I'm not really that sure. Like, are you
I don't believe in.
We don't give a fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
like as far
okay?
as
So you're
politics
not
go,
Trump supporters?
I'm not a Trump
No.
supporter. I'm not a Biden supporter. I'm not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. We
Wait,
actually,
I
I
thought we
am.
were calling them Bloods and
Yeah,
Crips.
exactly. We don't talk
Yeah.
those words here. They are Bloods and Crips.
To me, if you're
It's
waving a
gang
political
war.
sign, like if those people in crowds with political signs, they're just NPCs, man. They're like, who the fuck are these people? Like who, like
Yeah,
Well, if
they
you had,
believe
non-playable
it.
characters.
well, who are you gonna vote for?
Myself, I do it every time.
You write in
There's a blank
you
line.
write in Chuck
Yeah, I write in.
Tizzarino
I
on
write
there?
in Chuck Taylor every single time.
Well, I'll actually say this: like, there's no way. I haven't voted in the last couple of elections, but after that debate, I was like, well, I can't, I wouldn't vote for Biden after seeing that. I mean,
But
I was
Tony,
just like, you just
did you vote for Trump in 2020?
no, I haven't
No.
voted
Oh,
since
you
for
said
a
you hadn't
while, but
voted.
I voted
Okay.
for Chuck Taylor.
Who'd you vote for in 2016? Chuck
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yep, every time since 08.
You didn't vote for Kanye?
No, I voted for Chuck Taylor. How much
All
more
right.
clear can I be? I
All right.
always vote
So you
for
guys don't
myself.
vote, or you're just not interested.
We even had an episode one time back in the day called "TIZZ for Press." You remember that, TooWoke?
yeah, I remember.
You know what I mean? So,
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty apolitical. I just like, I know what's going on, but I don't really give a fuck to like act like I care. I just kind of want to see at this point, it's like just enjoy the show,
can we just
Yeah.
get some like non like 90-year-old men like running our country? Can we like?
Well, now you have your shot, huh?
You guys want to see me as president?
No,
Shit.
What
I'm
are you
talking
talking about?
about
You talking about Kamala?
Oh, dude,
yeah,
oh my God.
Kamala Harris.
Well, she is
Well,
good. She's definitely gonna be, running, but is she gonna win? No, I don't know.
No, I don't believe so. Trump's pretty much a shoo-in at this point if
You
you're
think so?
unbiased about it.
But it's still a
I
puppet
don't know.
show at the end of the day.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's gonna be. I mean, anybody who's basically people that are saying that it's not Trump, or people that are just like, if you talk to them, they can't admit anything. They're the same people that'll be like, well, Trump's just a fucking idiot. It's like, well, look, no matter how you feel about the guy, he's not an idiot. I mean, he's
No,
playing.
that's not what I'm saying by any
No, I
means.
know, but I'm just saying the same. Those are the
I
types of
mean,
people that basically think that he's not going to win. Like I said, I don't have a horse in the race. I just like to watch and try to see what's going on
Oh,
and
it's
make my
comedy.
predictions.
It's
what do
all
you
to me.
what
It's
do
all
you
comedy.
what do you
But
think? Like
life for me, like I just like making predictions about shit. Just it kind of lets you know if you're up with reality and on top of things. And I've been right every time. I knew it was gonna. I knew the first time I saw Trump against the Republicans. The first time I was like, he's gonna win the Republican nomination. That was when he had like 2%. You know what I mean? And then when it was him and Hill Dog, I was like, it's a coin flip.
Hill dog.
I didn't think he
Okay.
was going to win, but I knew it was a coin flip. I was like, I kept telling my mom because she's like one of those people that just goes crazy, like hates Trump so bad, And I'm like,
Yeah.
Mom, I hate to tell you this, but it's a coin flip. And she's like, no, you're crazy. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like I'm telling you.
Well,
And sure enough, he won. And then I was certain he was going to lose against Biden. So it's usually if you pay attention to what's going on and kind of
Guys,
see
the
what people are
game is
saying
rigged.
online.
It's all
well,
rigged.
what
anyway.
do you think? Like, what do you think a second Trump term would look like?
So that's the thing that's going to be kind of interesting to
Tariffs
me is
on
because
China for sure.
the problem is, well, we'll get
Okay.
involved in the economic side of it, but honestly, Cheeseburger, I think that
Cheeseburger.
I think that
love it.
what's
I
going to
love it.
happen is I think he's going to surprise a lot of people because he's
Yeah.
not really
Show it to
a
me, show it to me.
Republican at heart. Like we all know, he's just been playing a character. And since
Yeah.
it's his second term, I don't think anybody knows what to expect out of him because he's not going to be beholden to your Mitch McConnells and any of those types of
Yeah.
people.
It sounds kind of frightening though. Like it sounds like
But
I don't
why
know.
does it sound frightening? Because you do realize that these decisions and everything, they're all made behind the curtains anyway by other people.
Here's
don't
what
know,
I
man.
do think. Here's the positive I could see. I could see potential that he actually could make more headway with like Ukraine war. Um, I think Israel's just going to go the way Israel goes. I don't see any
Israel's
resolution
always
there.
gonna do what the fuck.
Well, what about like the Supreme Court? I mean, you have to
Well, see
imagine
that's
going to
the
be
thing is
stacked heavily.
he's already got the Supreme Court. So I think the Trump damage is already done with stacking the courts with all these conservatives.
Yeah.
I don't think he really has to continue doing it. He did that in order when he got elected. He promised a lot of people don't know this, but when Trump was getting elected the first time, the Koch brothers weren't behind him. And then he had a meeting with all the big wigs. The Koch brothers run the Republican Party.
I know.
They're the big.
I was making a stupid joke.
So,
You're making a
anyways,
drug joke?
so they had a meeting with Mitch McConnell and all those dudes and Trump agreed that he would put whoever they chose to be on the Supreme Court, and that's how they all got behind him.
Well, again, that's the shit. Get the behind the curtain shit that I've always said.
But see, this time around, he doesn't. He won't give a fuck.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know,
man.
But
he just seems
at the end of the day, like, look, bro. I mean, okay, at least for me, it doesn't matter who the president is. It's not going to change my life. I'm just going to play the price action on the stock market, and that's it. It doesn't affect me.
You don't think if the country swung like heavily conservative, that wouldn't have an impact on your life?
I think that
me personally, no.
I mean, you live in Texas. Have you noticed that like Pornhub, you can't watch porn anymore? Like it's blocked.
I heard about that, but like,
it's the Christian Taliban, bro. Like there's no difference.
The Al Qaeda.
I mean,
but here's the deal.
Wait, what are you saying? That are you disappointed that you can't watch your Pornhub anymore?
Yeah, you can't. Like you guys have seen Handmaid's Tale, right?
What?
Have you seen Handmaid's Tale?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
You're making something with your hand. It's just a matter of. Here's the deal. No, I agree with you, man. All these conservatives, but they're already in their positions. Like Trump we're talking about the president here, not your governors and not your senators.
Oh, let's not even get into the abortion thing because we've already had to deal with that on several episodes.
But here's my deal is I think we're in a position as a country where something kind of like a big shift has to happen, man, because in order for Trump to have got risen as far as he's risen, you have to have the left side being so bad at politics that it's enabled this shit to happen. You know what I mean? So no matter how you feel about
let's just
Trump,
make sure we call them the Crips, okay? Not the
no matter how you feel about Trump, he wouldn't exist if the Democrats had any sense when it came to politics. So like they've just been blowing it. I mean, Biden's a perfect example, dude. He had 4 years to groom somebody to run against Trump. What did he do? He just sat there like a fucking old geezer.
I honestly feel bad for the man. I mean, the guy's obviously got like dementia or something. I don't even
But here's the deal, is the same pundits that talk all this shit have been
saying the Democrats sabotaged the fuck out of him by putting him in that debate at his mental state. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yes, but it's also just terrible politics. Like they don't understand like the fucking
it's pulse. Because politics are terrible.
But let me finish here. So what I'm trying to say is like I kind of think that the Democrats, if you want to see the Crips do well in the future, you kind of need Trump to win now because they've got to realign and they've got to come together with a better plan. And they got to get their shit together, man. I mean, let's be real. The first time around, Bernie Sanders should have been running against Trump, but they fucked Bernie Sanders on some dirty behind the fucking door politics. And Bernie, in my opinion, would have beat Donald Trump majorly, not Hillary. And they fucked themselves right there, trying to go with the established. Oh, it's Hill Dog's turn. No, it ain't your turn. It's whoever the people are going to vote for's turn.
Hill Dog. She should be done by now.
And so it's like it's been just one thing after the other where they bitch and moan about like, oh, it's a threat to democracy. Well, if it's a threat to democracy, you need to get your shit together and fucking come up with a cohesive plan and not be fucking playing politics for, inside your party. And that's where we're at right now.
But do you think we'd be better as a country with another second Trump term or with Kamala Harris?
Not the first, definitely Trump. 100%.
You think so?
No, I do not believe that Kamala is going to do anything good for this country.
I don't believe. Here's my deal. It doesn't matter. What matters is what
It
happens
doesn't
in the
matter anyway.
future.
It's because it's all happening behind the scenes anyway.
But I'm saying, like, if you want to see a future with a little bit more balance, I think you have to get more unbalanced right now. And right now, the unbalance would be another Trump presidency. Here's the other thing that you're going to
super
see
unbalanced.
here's the one thing that's going to be interesting though, is generally speaking, you have have two-term presidents for the last, long time. So you generally have Republican, and then a big mess happens because of all the deregulation and all the shit going on in the economy. It all crumbles down. And then you have the Democrat who comes in and the shit's kind of a shitstorm and they have to kind of save the day, so to speak, or they have to deal with the fucking problem. Well, Trump might just get elected into a fucking shitstorm. I mean, he might come into an economy
he's
that
gonna
starts
come
crumbling.
in. No, yeah, he's gonna walk right into a recession and a cratering stock market.
And so then what, you just going to blame Biden? Like, the chickens may come home to roost, so to speak, and be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man.
It's the truth. No, I mean, it's the truth.
But if Kamala wins,
did y'all see that? Did y'all see that message where Trump urged Powell not to cut rates before the election?
Yeah, which, like, presidents shouldn't even be talking to the Fed, much less before they're even elected.
That was like, holy shit. Okay,
Have
because
you guys heard about it?
He knows that if they cut rates, the market craters.
I think also what we're going to see too is that, like, the bond market has been showing that they don't trust Trump from the position of inflation.
I've never seen anything like the bond market.
Trump's going to be bad for inflation is pretty much the consensus on the big money side of things. So that's a problem. Trumpflation. Exactly. So again, what's your end game? Say Kamala gets elected. Okay, obviously, it seems like you're going to vote for the blue side. What's the end game? Like, what's the best case scenario if Kamala gets elected?
Let me do the crip dance real quick.
Well, I feel like having Biden as president for the last 4 years was such like a relief compared to like the Trump 24-hour tweet storm session.
Not for me.
Like,
when Trump was president,
the news breaking every week
very well financially and everything. As soon as Biden
there was like the COVID recession.
had a hard fucking time with finances. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying.
Wait, you've had a hard time with Biden?
That had nothing to do with either one of them. I mean, honestly, it's just
I know. The goddamn government's printing more money than ever before. It's like, what the fuck are we paying taxes for?
But how much of that's real though is my point, Burger, because you think about it like this. You got, like, okay, so you had Trump, yes, with the tweet storm and the 24-hour news cycle, but who's covering them? The same news that's been telling us for the last 2-3 years, no, Biden's really sharp. Biden's great. Any pundit who sees Biden on a regular basis, which is most of these people have White House access, they get to see the president. And what have they been saying all the way up until that debate? Oh no, Biden's great. He's good. He's still sharp. And then he shows up and the dude was, come on. I mean, no matter how you feel about Trump, you have to admit that you could tell when that debate happened, like, Biden is not fit to go have meetings with the world leaders and try to get shit done.
I think that's why he was pressured to drop out, and he did.
But you got to think all those pundits were lying to us for the last year and a half, 2 years, saying, no, Biden's great. Great.
I think Biden was, I think probably in the last 6 months or something, Biden might have, might have gone mentally downhill. I mean, these things happen quick, it's like if somebody,
it's like Bruce Willis with his aphasia, like he's deteriorating.
If you look at Biden in like 2020, 2021, like you could tell he's sharper, quicker.
Yes, it happens with age. I mean, he's not fit to be.
In the presidency,
run the country. He's not fit to run the country.
Yeah, and that's why he dropped out. Like, the presidency is the hardest job in the world. It's the most.
But he ran saying he was going to be a one-term president.
Yeah.
And so what happened? What happened?
He thought he did.
See, we're asking questions that we're never going to know the answers to, right?
And listen, you guys might not agree with me, but I think Biden was had a good 4 years. Like, he was a good president, in my opinion. And,
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah,
I think he didn't get in the way for sure.
And so I think Biden can do the job. Okay, there's running the country
He
as the
can't do the
president,
job anymore.
and there's campaigning. Like he obviously is not up to
Bro,
campaign for the presidency right now.
come
Clearly, I
on.
mean but I think
There's no
he knows
way
that
he
he
can
can
do the
do the
job
job.
But you're
anymore.
saying campaigning and doing the job, you have to be able to say the right name to the right person and like have
Yeah,
a
I mean,
conversation.
he
Yeah.
introduced Zelensky as President Putin,
I know. Yeah, he's clearly
and he
But
said
that's the
Vice
job, man. I mean,
President
the job
Donald
is pretty
Trump,
much
Vice
the
right.
job is
And I
President.
pretty
think you
much
guys are right.
having.
Like, and I'm like, I heard the news yesterday that he was exiting the race, and I thought that was a good. I mean, since the debate, I was like, yeah, you can't have a performance like that, and I mean, you have to show the American people that you can do the job, even if you think you can. Like, you have to present it to the people, and that debate performance was so bad
Oh,
that
it
he
was one
just
of
like
the
shook the confidence of the American people.
it was one
And
of the best things I've ever seen. Because well, I was on mushrooms, so obviously it was a little more like
I mean, it was the best.
tense.
If you're a Trump supporter, it was the best. For me, it was a fucking nightmare
I mean, I thought it was
watching that.
stupid when they were talking about, oh, my handicap is this and the golf swing shit. That's when I just died
I
laughing.
turned it off
I was
after
like,
20
are you
minutes.
fucking kidding me? Oh, I was
Yeah.
streaming it live in the Discord server with like 50 people watching it on mushrooms, laughing my ass off. Like it
That
was
sounds nightmarish.
no,
I
it
mean, what do
was
you
so
think?
funny. I was laughing so hard.
I was having a panic attack, and I
No, dude,
wasn't on drugs.
me and Shrooms are like, we're like
Yeah.
two peas in a pod. I can eat a quarter and be fine.
Okay.
What's your biggest fear of a Trump presidency?
Um, I mean, my biggest fear is like the end of democracy, and I know that's like a big statement to say, but I honestly believe a second Trump term would be disastrous. Like, I think
Like, you think
politically,
he won't step down, or you think like, what do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he would do. He's like running on this like campaign of revenge and locking up, and like yeah, and like getting justice, you know, against his enemies, I guess, in his eyes.
I
So,
mean, here's the one thing though. A lot of that's just rhetoric. He talked about locking up Hillary. Did he even go after her in any way? No. You know what I mean? He's just telling his
because there
fucking
wasn't a
idiot.
case for him. I mean, he's
Well, yeah,
under
but you can make
or
one. I mean, you can,
there's a case for Hillary, but
but you can at least start an investigation, and he didn't even do that. You know what I
I
mean? So it's like a lot of it's just to fucking get his fucking rubes riled
I know,
up. You
but
know what I mean?
you have to take him for his word. I think have you heard
Well,
of
that would be a mistake.
have you heard of Project 2025?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and he does claim that he ain't down with it, but
But like apparently everybody who wrote that document um it like worked for him in the White House or as part of his campaign.
yeah.
So, I mean, I think he's trying to distance himself from it now because politically it's not a great look.
Well, I think he's trying to distance himself because he's not down with any of these people. He doesn't like most of those people, I don't think.
So
Yeah.
what did I miss?
I
I
just
tell you,
think I think there's just a lot of hyperbole, and I think there's also just the fact of like we got to understand that like democracy's kind of already been sold, and unless we have something crazy happen that wakes people up to be like, yo, we got to figure
Dude,
this shit
Chubak,
out, and
why are
like
you so dark looking right now?
Taylor.
um
You're so dark.
I'm going inside, and it's I'm outside right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Tony and I were talking about Project 2025. Have you heard much about this?
Yeah, dude, I have to be up on everything because I trade the markets like a fucking degen, and I have to be on top of everything that goes on, like to make
Yeah.
good trades. Um,
Here's the thing. I don't personally think Trump really has anything to do with Project 25. I think that there's always these stupid fucking crazy overreaching initiatives that are talked about by by all parties before, and then what ends up happening is like almost none of it takes place. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of like whose initiative is it? It sounds more like some Koch brothers shit to me than
Yeah.
fucking.
But one thing they want to do is cancel porn. So, you know,
Well, you should.
And see, I personally just don't see Donald Trump spearheading that. I don't personally.
Yeah, he loves porn.
And he
I
loves.
mean, Stormy
I just
Daniels.
think a lot of this.
He loves Big Macs too.
Trump is not a fucking Republican. He's playing a character, and I think when he gets in office this time, I think people are going to be shocked on both sides. I think I think that his fans will like him no matter what, but I think the establishment on the blood side will
Hold
be
on.
shocked.
Is this Candy Crush?
No, so this is my Discord server, bro, and this is all the testimonials that we get for like how people like actually like respect like what I do and teach people how to trade. Like here's Logan's like alert channel. Here's
All right, wait. Let's talk about your trading because I'm curious about it.
okay. Well, let's go over here first. Okay, so this
Oh
is
God, what is this? So you look at technical analysis, right? This is what
I
this is
am a
called.
technical analysis trader, and TooWoke is more of a fundamental. But today, like, okay, like for instance, so we have something called the wall of gains, right? Where you post your wins. So I was trading futures last night. I made just over 1,000. And I alert all of these, and then I made 1,200 the other day on some Tesla options. I'm just saying, like,
I don't know what this looks like.
so
Like Russian to me.
basically, do you not know what an option is?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know about
Well, let's
trading
not go down
options.
this rabbit hole. I mean,
We're not
let's not
going
do
to.
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I just want like a broad like. Are
So,
Well,
you
basically, I'll give you a
well,
broad.
here, I'll let me pull up my website. How about that?
But I think we were having a decent. I
Here's
wanted to finish talking with Lichtenberger here about this
okay,
shit
okay,
because
go ahead, and
okay?
then and
Yeah,
then
yeah. Go
I
and then
for
think
I'll
it.
I
show them the
think my
website.
main thing is just like I think a lot of people. Again, I am not a fucking Donald Trump fan. I'm just also not a fucking Biden fan, and I'm not a motherfucking hater of any of these people because they're just politicians. They're doing what politicians do, which is just lie, cheat, and fucking
And
steal for power and money. That's what they all do.
they all have
Um,
puppet strings attached to them.
I
You
mean,
guys,
I don't care. I don't care if you're talking about Joe Biden, you're talking about fucking Donald
George
Trump, you're
W.
talking about
Bush,
You're
doesn't
talking
matter.
about Mitch McConnell, you're talking about any of these people. They've all gotten rich in a career that is supposed to be
Oh, let's
about
not
public
even
service.
forget Nancy fucking Pelosi.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi, the greatest investor of all time because she
Yeah,
just insider
fuck,
trades
what a
all day. You know what I mean?
fucking bitch that
So,
bitch
I
is.
mean, the lady's made over $100 million on
Y'all
stock
remember when she
trades.
ripped Trump's speech up that one time?
yes.
Yes, but I mean the point
That
is
was
I think
insane.
my thing is like I feel like this country has been bought and sold for so long by corporations and by no means is Trump a fucking antidote, but I think he's potentially the type of fucking shakeup and not again not through his policies, not anything he does, but I think that if shit really hits the fan, maybe, just maybe, we have a little bit of a wake up to the populace to be like, yo, we need to start seeing politicians that aren't just so fucking sold to us like put it this way. You don't have one Republican that runs on fucking
You mean a
pro-choice
fucking
and you
blood,
don't have one Democrat that runs on fucking
blood
like
and
I'm cool with the Second
crip,
Amendment. Like
blood, crip,
Shut
blood,
up,
crip.
Taylor.
that's all just fucking like, you know what I mean? It's just a brand, right? So it's
I
like,
Yeah.
don't
hey,
I
if
don't
you're
call them Republicans and Democrats. They're bloods and crips, baby.
all right. But yeah, so it's just a matter of like, what the fuck is the fucking point of just keep going down this road where we just keep getting sold out a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more until what? Till what end? You know what I mean? So unless we have like a big thing that happens where the right candidates get the right play, we're just gonna keep getting fucked, is my
I'll tell you
opinion. And
this, Bag Brigade podcast members, go back in time on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and listen to the episode, um, "The Big Misunderstanding." Remember that one,
Okay.
Tony?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
But
was one
I
of the
just I
best
just wanted
ones.
to say I view politics kind of like I view the stock market where I just like I pay attention but I don't want to be like every day, checking what's going on and having to Like when Trump was president, I feel like
What
I
I
was
do. It's what we do. It's how I
and
make money,
and
man.
getting I know, but me personally, like I don't really want to. I don't want to invest that much time into it. And I feel like when Trump was president, I was constantly just like, what is this clown gonna do next? Like,
But
what is?
see, but that's kind of on you and the media, right? Like
Look,
they
I'll put it this way. I play price action. I have no bias anymore. Like I used to be very bearish. Like, but nowadays, now that being said, I do think the market is about to implode on itself. But
Mm.
but these days I stopped calling the tops and the bottoms. Like I just play the price action. That's what I do.
but anyways, back to what we're talking about, which is just like
Well,
it's a
that's what we
matter
were
of like
talking about. What do you mean?
but well no, he's saying like, but that was the media pumping whatever he said into your phone. It's not like you were checking Trump's Twitter, were you? No, you're seeing CNN or whoever or Fox News or
Yeah,
every
but he
other
was doing
fucking.
some unhinged shit like every week, and it was usually on a Friday, if I remember. Like it was just
But
like every
but what does it
Friday, it was
matter?
like somebody.
Oh shit, we're running out of time again. We got 10 minutes till we have to do this
But
shit
it's a
again.
matter of like, yeah, unhinged, but like actual policy wise, what did you besides the I agree 100% with the Supreme Court. That was fucked and it's gonna affect things for a fucking very long time.
Yeah,
But
life
actual
appointments.
policy wise, what did he do that made you say, oh my God, that is just a really bad piece of legislation?
Well, I mean, they tried to cancel like the Affordable Care Act, which that's seemed pretty,
Yeah, I
Did
mean
he
that
did
it's
taking
he
away
like
did,
millions of
did he
people's healthcare.
did he try
everybody
to?
deserves
Yeah,
fucking good health care in this country.
yeah.
Because I remember him politicking about it, saying he had another plan, and then once he got elected, he never fucking talked about it again.
No, like you remember like John McCain like saved the Affordable Care Act with his downvote.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, but again, is that Trump or is that Congress?
Well, I think they work in tandem
See, here's
to
the deal.
pass
You guys,
legislation.
you got to realize, is it Trump? Is it Congress? No, it's the people behind the scenes. That's the deal.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
not
know.
one or the other. It's the
I
people
think it
behind
was
the
the
curtains.
fear of like never knowing exactly what Trump was going to do. Like he was so impulsive. You know what I
He
mean?
was, but he also, I'm telling you, I don't care if it was Trump, Biden, or Reagan or Bush. They are all funded for certain reasons, like, like big oil and stuff to make sure that they get what they want. So if you think they're just making these decisions because that's the decisions they want to make, you're wrong. It is 100% all these decisions and everything is done behind the scenes. It's the Billionaire Boys Club. And guess what? We ain't a part of that club.
It's a big club and you ain't in it.
Exactly.
It's the same club.
Fucking exactly. So
Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't matter who the fucking president is. Okay. It's a puppet.
I disagree, but I
Why?
see what you're saying.
Why do you disagree? Because it's
Because
the fucking
because
truth.
it's actual legislation that gets passed that affects people's
Yeah,
lives.
but at the end of the day, the puppet, like Trump or Biden, is just doing what they're supposed to do because of the funding behind the curtain.
I
So
know, but then there's like liberal puppet masters and then there's conservative puppet masters.
He's
I
right. I
mean,
mean,
And
you're
I guess if
right.
I had a choice,
look,
I would go with the
I'm just
liberal.
saying, like it goes deeper than you're thinking, and
Well,
that's
I
all I'm
think
saying.
that their interests align together on most things, but then there are a few issues where they do disagree. But some of that's also just to help divide the populace into two pools of people, which are just divided by a few issues. You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, I agree with you, man. I mean, I do agree with that. But I again, I don't ever remember him getting on TV being like, "Hey, get behind this bill, guys," like talking to the public. You know what I mean? I don't remember that. Maybe he did. Maybe I'm incorrect, but I don't really remember him ever saying like during a
Well,
press conference or anything else. Like, hey,
Like
this
the
bill's coming into Congress. Write your fucking local. Like, nah,
and
he never. I don't remember that.
I mean, the way he handled COVID too was just like really
Okay, now,
unhinged.
okay.
Okay,
Here's what there
no,
was an
whoa,
Oh
whoa, whoa,
asshole.
shit!
whoa,
Oh
whoa.
no!
Now, how would anybody have handled COVID? I mean,
Yeah,
how
but
would the one?
what would anybody have done
I mean,
different?
any president would have not known what to do there. You know what I mean? So you
Well,
can't
I
put
mean,
that
you can
on.
calm like there's a way you could calm the public,
I
and I
mean,
think Trump
bro,
just did
look
like a
at all the
horrible
other
job.
countries. I mean, that when the
But
lockdown. I mean,
He
bro,
got
so
that was like a
honestly,
once in a 500-year thing.
so you think we should have locked down?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, just like the
Do
you
I
know, just
think we should have locked
No,
down?
I'm talking to Burger here. He's our guest.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to
I
get.
think with like the information we had at the time, like yeah, I think we should have like handled it a little more
But
seriously.
and here's my thing. Where was that information coming from?
Fauci.
The CDC,
Yeah,
right?
and you know Fauci. Do you know this is not conspiracy. This is fact.
Okay.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
So Fauci, okay. So the people that had there, so some Americans had funding over there at the Wuhan lab, okay.
Uh-huh.
And okay, it's a group of these people, and they had been trying to court Fauci for years, right? And then somebody told him, "Hey, the key is Fauci fucking loves the spotlight. You got to pay him and have him show up and give a big speech at a fucking big event, and he'll be down with you guys." So they did this. This was years ago, and they had him on their payroll. And he was involved in that same crew that had the shit going on at the Wuhan lab, okay?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
when this shit happened in China, China fucking called that group of motherfucking people and asked them to delete the fucking COVID slides that were the exact fucking thing that ended up spreading around the world. This was in Vanity Fair, okay? Not this is not some fucking
What
right
a
wing shit.
time to be alive, baby.
This was in Vanity Fair and I believe the Atlantic. So it's like these aren't like fucking right wing rags by any means. Actually, pretty liberal, and they came out with this story that ended up not even getting play on the mainstream media stage. Um, but the fact is, they knew it didn't have a 10% death rate unless they're just really shitty at their jobs and fucking and just getting information together. I mean, they knew that it wasn't quite as deadly as they said. And then Fauci's the one talking about, oh, you don't need masks because there was a mask shortage or whatever. And then I mean, this standing 6 feet away is complete bullshit. Like it's just. I think that they had a major overreach. I think that there was much easier solutions to fucking solve the money side of things. And
With all that being said, I loved when the lockdowns happened. I was having a blast.
well, I did too, but I think that what I think that happens is I think that Trump actually kind of went along with the lockdowns and everything else, and he really didn't fight it that hard. He just called it the Kung flu,
Well,
Yeah.
and
any
Did
president wouldn't have known what to
did y'all
do in
did
that.
y'all hear
That
did
is
y'all
like
hear that
an
story that
event that happens
hold up.
like what every 500 years. I mean, like
well no, I think I mean there was one in the 19 teens, right?
1918.
So
There was a
yeah,
Spanish
1918.
flu.
But
It
Right. So that was
you didn't like
100
the
100.
years.
rhetoric. But what would you have preferred? He didn't
Well,
come out and keep people calm, is what you're
one
saying.
thing I remember hearing was that there was like an advisory board for these types of things for big pandemics, and he like canceled that board
They had
before
defunded.
COVID.
They did defund part of the
Yeah,
CDC.
which
That was.
right, and like yeah, it was just like the Republicans
No,
like
no, no,
philosophy of just
no,
like
no, no,
slashing
no. The
But I don't
government.
think that they
the
would have. They
books,
didn't
the
have any
books.
different plans than what the CDC was gonna do, anyways. I mean, it was like
It
they
was a
just they
big joke,
basically.
dude.
I think
In my opinion, it
yeah,
was.
I think he sowed a lot of like uncertainty with masking and with with the vaccines when they came out as well.
But
It's just
he was behind the vaccine.
Let me ask you
yeah,
both a question.
He was completely. Remember, he took it and
Burger
he was
King.
like, "I took the
Did
shit."
you get the
yeah,
vaccine?
after he got like full
Did you
blown
get the vaccine,
pre-vaccine
Burger
COVID.
King? Did you get
But
the
he was
vaccine?
talking about like these. He's talking
Hold
about
on,
these
Yeah, I
great
hold on.
got it.
corporations.
Did you get
These
the
great
vaccine,
corporations.
Burger King? Did you get the
Yes, I
vaccine?
did. Did you?
No, I did not. I'm the
What
only
about you,
one in my
Tony? Did you
family
get
that
it?
did not.
Why didn't you get the
So
vaccine?
Well, I was gonna get it, and then I got Omicron on Christmas of
Omicron.
2021.
You got Omicron?
And yeah, I did. I got sick as fuck for one
Yeah,
day.
because you weren't vaccinated.
No. I went to my doctor and because I wanted to get it, and TooWoke got vaccinated and he regretted it.
Well,
And
much later, because my
right, but what
grandma
I'm
and
saying
mom were
is,
pretty much like
what I'm saying is, I
railroaded
didn't
me.
get it, and I was
Yeah.
gonna get it. And when I went to my doctor after I contracted Omicron, she said, "Well, first of all, your antibodies are insane, like because it
Because you
fought it
just
off,
had COVID.
right? But I am blood type 0 or whatever." And she told me, she goes, "I can't give you a vaccine until 45 days passes." Well, when 45 days passed, COVID was over at that point.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal: look, they lied. If you had COVID, those were the best antibodies you could have. They're full of shit. Talking about natural immunity, they lied.
Clearly,
they straight up lied. And then,
but having COVID,
I mean, I told my whole family,
kill
I was like, "Go ahead and
people,
get the vaccines." I was
right?
like, when you turn into zombies,
Not really.
I'll be standing there on the sideline making sure that
I mean, COVID killed how many people? 1 million people?
Well,
1.5
okay.
In this
million in
country?
the U.S. 1.5
1.5
million
million?
in
But
the
how many
U.S. in the
people
U.S.
died of COVID?
1.5
How
million?
many? No, but how many of those
You want me to
really
pull up the
truly?
chart? I'll do it
No,
right
but
now.
I'm saying, like, okay, if it wasn't COVID that killed a lot of these people, the next thing they got sick with was going to kill them. These are sick people. They're people that have other underlying issues. I just think that, like, I think a lot of the shit is just like, he is a cartoon character. I'm not here to, I'm kind of just playing devil's advocate, but I hate how the media is giving us spoon-fed information and trying to get people to feel a certain way about everything basically at this point.
So y'all
And
save my screen real quick. Okay, here's your COVID situation here, right? All right. So
7 million? That's
hold
worldwide.
on. So total deaths, USA
7 million. So 1.2 million.
1.29. Yep. Yep.
it ended up being about 1% of people that got it fucking died. And I'm pretty sure that if you showed the percentage of people who catch the flu every year and die, or catch, any bad cold flu type thing, it's about the same fucking number, because that's about the percentage of people that are on death's door. So it's just a matter of some of it is just a percentage game of motherfuckers are gonna die if they get sick. I mean, it's just what happens.
Yeah,
I don't
for
know.
sure.
I don't know one healthy person that died of COVID, and I know a lot of motherfuckers that got COVID. You know what I mean? I don't know one person that I was like, damn, I can't believe they fucking died.
Well, I got COVID in 2020 before the vaccine even existed, and
Because
I tested positive for it, but I had no symptoms. But then in 2021, I got Omicron, and I got sick as a motherfucker on Christmas, but it only lasted a day, and it was gone. So, and I never got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think young, healthy people did fine with obviously we could bounce back from COVID if you're young and healthy, but yeah, some of these old people that aren't, like you said,
they call it, right? It's called
knocking on
it's called an endemic, meaning it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, of course. It's just like the flu, dude.
Yeah,
It'll be here.
Anyway,
it's like the
what
flu.
else? What else y'all want to?
Well, I guess my point
What
is
else
just
you
the
guys want to
media,
talk?
man. Like, if
Yeah,
we get
the media is
the
toxic.
same old shit, we're just going to end up going down the same old road where we just fucking end up in all these fucking conflicts around the world, spending money, and we just get people just spending money. I mean, every politician just promises the fucking stars, sun, and moon. And the only way I'd get out and vote is if a candidate came out and goes, I'm gonna try to not spend a motherfucking dime. We gotta get this shit under control, man. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
So, what do y'all think about the office market situation in the United
What?
States? The office market situation.
I think it's the next thing that the government's
Office
gonna spend $1
market?
trillion
Yeah,
on. That's what I think.
No, it's the next Black Swan. I mean,
It's the
I don't
next
even know what
motherfucking.
you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
I wrote this entire report. I mean,
So
like,
here, what happened is because of the shutdowns. Okay, you have a ripple effect. So when the shutdowns happened, everybody started working from home, and then when everybody started working from home, these offices became vacant, and then people, when the
well,
pandemic
let me
ended,
shed a little bit more light on it.
But hold on, when the pandemic ended, nobody wanted to go back to work. So you have all these offices across the nation, uh, Chicken Burger, that are empty. And so the values of them have been dropped because the cap rates on them have gone down. You don't make as much money when you don't lease half your building. And then now we're starting to see defaults on a lot of these office buildings, which is going to hit the regional banks hard on their balance sheets.
So let me give a little more context. So because I, being a commercial real estate broker myself, here's the deal. This is what's happening. All right. Basically, do I need to pull it up? It's not gonna show up on this. So think about this, Chicken Burger or whatever. When 2020 hit and people stopped going to the office, it wasn't an immediate effect. And I called it, but I was very early to it, right? What I didn't realize was, okay, why is it not failing or, collapsing now? Well, what I didn't put into place was, well, it's only going to fail when the tenants start, not renewing their leases, right? So if you can see my screen, this is going to show you something very important. Right here is your outstanding delinquent loan balance by pay status, right? Look at this.
Oh my God, Taylor.
What?
So
what I'm saying is
for podcast material.
This is bad. This is extremely bad.
Because that's a graph going in the up direction.
Meaning
that's bad.
The green is 90-day delinquent on their loans. And
this is podcast material because in a year or so, this is all you're going to see on the news driving while the stock market
it's already
is
on the news. It's already all over the news. And I called it 3 years ago and people told me I was crazy. It would never
It's
happen.
It's like talking about the subprime mortgage problem before 2008.
It's like the 08 shit, but it's the commercial market. And so what the deal is just do this math real quick. Hold on. So if I go CMBS is just commercial mortgage-backed security. Okay. So let's look at this. Outstanding loan balance. Okay. At the end of this year, which would be September. Hold on a second. Okay, so here we go. At the end of 2024, right? There's about $11 trillion of maturing loan amount. Okay. Now here is your outstanding delinquent loan balance by pay status. This is the office market across the United States. Look at this shit. I mean, so okay, let me ask you a question. What do you think? And most of these loans are produced by regional banks. What is a regional bank going to do when they have to take back an asset, like a building, what are they going to do with it? An empty building. Tell me.
What is a bank going to do with an empty building?
Well, and what's the bank going to do with a $4 billion asset that just turned into a $2 billion asset?
And they just have to sit on it because the loan defaulted.
And these aren't banks that are worth.
These are regional banks.
300 billion like a JP Morgan. These are banks that are worth 40 billion, 20 billion, 15 billion. So when they take a $4 billion loss on one fucking
so what do you think? What do you think's gonna happen? What do they get? What is a regional bank gonna do with an empty building?
Sell it.
To who?
To who? Who wants an empty building?
I don't know.
Exactly. This is the black swan. Okay, I did the math. So the MBS, which is the mortgage-backed security from 08, the CMBS, which is the commercial mortgage-backed security, is literally, if not equal to, it's actually more like in value of what the CMBS was or the MBS was in 08. So when these things start to default, it's like a domino effect. And when this happens, that means buildings go empty, regional banks will start to fucking like domino effect, like fail. And that is the black swan event.
It's quite a bit larger. It's actually about 50% bigger right now. So the MBS was about $660 billion. This, as it currently stands, is a little over $1 trillion.
Yes, exactly. And see, people don't understand. And when this thing really hits, I mean, bro, it's going to be a combination of the dot-com bubble because of AI and '08 with the commercial market. Plus, we're in different like uncharted waters right now. Like you put 2000 and 2008 together, yeah, it's
Well,
gonna
and
be bad.
you forgot to throw in we have record inflation that they're
Oh,
trying to fight with.
inflation, and not only that, like the amount of printing of money, and
So what happens
and
is like
and the debt, and like how much retail, credit card, all that shit. I mean, dude, this is gonna
there's a lot of
implode
shitstorms
on
brewing at the
itself.
same time.
So like, get ready for a recession. The yield curve, the 10-2, is about to invert. When it uninverts, the market will crater about 45% easily, and I'm ready for it. I can't wait for it because I'm going to short the shit out of it. And when it's done bottoming out, I'm going to buy the dip on everything on discount that I want.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty major, man. I mean, you're talking about like consumer debt year over year is like up like over like $7 trillion. Like we're talking just crazy numbers that are unprecedented. And it's still ripple effects from COVID. Like we still haven't seen the economic fallout because they spent so much money and then they raised the rates, but there was so much money spent. It's like a gas fire, it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. But when it goes out, it's fucking done as soon as the same speed
Well,
that
I
it
mean,
ripped
here,
out. So
look, guys, look, I'll share my screen again. Look, here's the yield curve. I mean, when this
Oh,
thing
no.
uninverts, it's game over. I mean, like, get ready to buy put options because if you don't, you're stupid.
and that's actually the fear for me of a Trump presidency,
I
is
mean,
that
look
he's
at
going to
this.
put tariffs on China, big tariffs on China, and that's going to instantly kick inflation
This is
into
the
high gear.
10-2 yield
Yeah.
curve.
And
And
if you see and if you
look
see
how
the Fed,
uninverted it's been. Look how close it's getting to being uninverted. As soon as it becomes, look at history. Just look at history real quick. When it becomes uninverted after being inverted, okay, here's '08, uninverts, or it inverts, uninverts, boom, recession, market craters. Uh, this is COVID. That was mini, but look at this. This thing's about to come back up. When it does, I promise you, with no doubt in my mind, when this thing comes back above this line, the markets are going to crater, and I can coincide that with the federal fund rates. This is the Fed fund rates. They match like identically when they start to cut
dude, and that
rates.
last one has been holding so steady, bro. Like that's that ticker I was telling that 30-day Fed fund rate when it pops, it's gonna pop so major, man.
Yeah, and people are stupid. Oh, rate cuts, rate cuts. Yes, the market's gonna go up. It's like, no, you fucking idiot. No, it's not. When the yield curve uninverts and they begin to cut rates, history shows, and I'll even pull this up right now, just to show.
But
Okay.
here's the craziest thing about it, Adam, is that when this shit normally happens, it's like it's based on one thing, and
They
this
cut
time,
rates right here. Look what happened. COVID. They cut rates right here. Look what happened. That's 2022. Now, when they cut rates here, I mean, dude, we are going to see a good 40% correction in the markets.
Huh.
Yep.
so yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it's kind of telegraphed unlike any time in history. Like, I mean, it's like never really been clearer for longer, and then you've got so much uncertainty. Like the bond market did not like that debate when they saw how bad Biden did and
Oh, dude,
the
the
percentage chance of
future,
Trump.
the ES futures fucking skyrocketed during that
Yeah, so
debate.
so basically what I've been learning too is that generally in times of inflation, the stock market goes up and then you kind of you basically form another bubble. So the stock market reacted positively, but the bond market reacted really negatively to Donald Trump coming out of that debate so well. It really was interesting to see, and that's like the biggest money market in the world is fucking currencies and bonds. You know what I mean? It makes the stock market look like fucking
I mean,
chump
look,
change.
here's SPY right now, and here's the moving averages. I mean, look on the daily. I mean, SPY just broke below the 20-day moving average.
But they've been selling this event down the river for basically 14 years, really. But really, since COVID, like it went into overdrive. Like this is getting sent down the river, and these boomers. See, the real story here is that the baby boomers are just willing to fuck everybody. So
Yeah,
their
they won't
401
go. They won't go away.
well, it's and it's also their 401ks don't fucking
Yeah,
plummet
I mean,
before they're ready.
like boomers in their yards, bro.
And so like these
Boomers
boomers,
in their yards.
they demand like a 0% interest rate playing field, which is corporate welfare. When you have an interest rate that low,
I
that's
mean, shit.
corporate
Look at the
welfare.
Nasdaq right here on the daily.
Because
Look at
like
this
you have
shit,
all these
dude.
companies, like I don't know if you paid attention to equities much at all, but when you have a market at zero, like basically 0% interest rates, you have what's called like
The
basically
age of the age of easy money.
but you basically have zombie
Right here. You see
companies
this?
and
That's zero interest rates. That's zero
yeah.
interest rates.
Well, let me finish this for
Sorry, I'm
Adam
not
here.
trying to
So
cut you off. I'm just trying to say, like, zero interest rates is no good.
basically what you're doing is you're creating an environment that like has like almost no competition because what happens is and then you have like this AI boom and this tech boom happening at the same time. So it's real dangerous because you have a bunch of companies, these tech companies that are valued at like 20, 30, 40 billion. Now you have some that are in the trillions, but I'm talking about the ones that don't make money. They're valued at like 20, 30, 40 billion dollars, right? And the reason they're valued at that is because they can borrow against like their stock basically at like a 0% interest rate. So there's no risk there. They don't have to do very much to cover the note. But when interest rates go up, all these companies start losing money like a motherfucker because they can't borrow money for free anymore. And so when that happens, all these 20, 40, 50, 60 billion dollar companies that don't make a fucking penny and probably never will, they fucking plummet to fucking 5 billion and 10 billion. And some of them will go fucking out of business, you know? So it's just like that alone has created a huge bubble. And then you throw in fucking inflation and all the money with COVID,
The
and then
AI bubble,
you
the
throw in the fucking AI bubble, you throw in the
overprinting.
fucking commercial real estate bubble, you throw in the
Yeah,
residential bubble.
yep.
You're gonna have a liquidity freeze unlike anything we've ever seen, in my opinion.
That's too many bubbles, y'all.
Bro, it is. And
It's
it's not like
called the everything bubble. That's what they're
yeah, it
calling
is.
it.
And so like residential real estate, like when everyone got like bought in and they got these good prices, and then interest rates went up and the prices did too. So everybody's like, oh shit, I'm up like 300 grand, 400 grand on my house, but I'm at an interest rate that's like 2%. So they don't ever want to sell their house to move into another house, even if it's the same value, because now their interest rate will be like 7. And so their note on their house will be like 2 grand more, 3 grand more a
But
month.
there's
You know
going to
what I
be a
mean?
time soon where they can refinance
And
and
then people won't be able to, they don't want to refinance, which is how most people,
well,
Americans
not
in
right
general,
now, but when the rates come down.
yes, but by then it'll probably be too late. But anyways, what you're going to see is most people, like consumer debt, is usually serviced by people refinancing their houses. So people will like borrow against the one asset they do have, which is their house, right? So their house appreciated 150 grand, they
Oh, it's
refi.
terrible right now. I
And so
mean,
you get a decent rate when you finance through your house and not your credit card, right? So people will pull money out of their house to pay their credit card and buy a fucking new boat or buy a fucking, whatever dumb
a
shit they want to buy.
Tesla or, a
So
really
it
dumb.
literally is like the bedrock of the consumer market is the housing market, and it's frozen like a motherfucker right now. So the inventories are stupid low. Like we're talking 25% of what they were pre-COVID. So it's like, dude, it literally is like an everything bubble. It's the
No, I mean
craziest thing.
we've never seen anything like this, and
And the question is it going to go for 6 months? Is it going to go for 3, 4 years? You don't know. But the
no,
one thing
and
that
this
is for
thing could
certain is
go to the moon for all we
these
know.
problems don't disappear. You know what I mean? So it's like, when is the shit going to hit the fan? And if it's under Trump, I kind of think it would be somewhat hilarious because it'll be the first time that a president that was actually the cause of some of the underlying issues actually has to pay the price because they'll actually be the president at that time. Usually it gets dropped in the next guy's lap, but since he skipped the term and now he's going to have his next term, he may come out looking like a real loser. We'll see.
We'll see.
I think he already comes out as a loser.
Right?
Well, yeah.
Right, guys?
I mean, you can call me a loser if you want to, too, bro. I don't give a shit. But like,
I just try to just watch it as it is. Like, I don't like Trump, but I understand like the rubes that do. I get how he appeals to them. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's fat Jesus.
I don't put my like head in the sand like a lot of people.
What'd you say?
Just
He's
put
what, Jesus?
He's fat Jesus.
I called him corporate Jesus today, because he's like,
Jesus.
well, because
Dude,
we were
did you
trying
guys
to talk
see
about
the RNC?
I was talking about
all
I
those
saw
fucking
some of it.
wackos with the
I watched it, yeah.
But I was
the
talking
Jewish
about
guy with the yarmulke and shit was talking.
Who, Trump?
No, that
Kushner?
Jewish dude. I forgot his name.
Oh, Ben Shapiro?
I don't fucking know.
Who cares?
Dude.
Whatever.
I don't believe in religion, so it doesn't matter.
Matt Gaetz, the fucking looking like
Dude,
Beavis.
Yeah. His fucking Botox, dude.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, it's crazy.
16-year-olds, dude.
Yeah,
Right,
16-year-old. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, no, I get it, man. Trust me, I get everything you're saying, but I just think like if you get your wish and just say Kamala's president and all this shit unfolds,
oh my god,
dude, it's gonna look really bad because
Please,
Biden was president, then
don't
she's
let
president,
that
then the
happen.
shit implodes on her. It's gonna look like shit, and you might want the shit to implode on the other side for once, man. Because usually,
I just don't want to steer this country into like some conservative nightmare. Like,
dude, it won't. Things
too
swing.
late. It's already happening. Look how
Dude, things
divided we
swing,
are. Look how
though.
divided the country is.
You got to understand though, things always swing, right? They
Oh
feel
shit!
they're
Oh, Mopey's popping in here, dude.
now this will get real chaotic, but it's basically like
Mopes, what up, no?
I think things like they generally, man, like you know, like you have this like
unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
you got this like far left swing on one side and you've got the far right swing on the other, and they've kind of collided and now they're bouncing off each other violently, but things will kind of find a center again. Like social media and the 24-hour news and just like it's just the immersion right now. Like these phones, man, like
hang on,
they're so fucking bad. Because like everyone just you know what I called it? It's the age of hearing. And the reason I call it that is because you hear everything, but you only get to listen to what you want to these days because of the phone. So you think you're hearing you kind of get a little bit of everything. You hear all the noise, but you only listen to what you want to hear. So you get proven, you know, your own like your own mind gets tricked into thinking you're even more right than you are because all you hear is everything, and then all you
like
get told is what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of crazy.
Yo, what up? What up, Gammanomics?
What's up, boys? I'm sorry to be in the middle of the convo, y'all.
Coming straight out of MIAO.
What's the deal?
What's up, dude? How them Cuban sandwich treating you? Can you not hear us or some shit?
Wait, you're talking to me?
Yeah, so how them Cuban sandwich treating you out there in MIA?
He's talking to you, man.
It's fine. It's kids. It's just that good, man.
I said I want that Cuban sandwich, B.
That sandwich de jamon is special.
Sandwich de jamon, man.
I'm telling you, it's wild out here.
So, Gamma, this is my homie. Obviously, you know TooWoke, but this is my homie Adam, but we call him Chicken Burger.
Chicken Burger, all right.
What's your
name?
So
what are you doing these days, Chicken Burger?
Oh, I live in Austin, and I'm working in the film industry.
Nice.
Camera department. Yeah.
Nice.
You liking it?
Yeah, I've been doing this for like 10 years now, so it's just kind of what I've been doing, you know, for the last.
What are some of the projects
you
worked on?
You and Chris McElroy. He
Chris. So Chris and I do the same.
Yeah, no, I mean I talk to Chris all the time. He's in the server. He's in our server.
He's in LA.
Right? Mopes. That's No Mercy. We're talking.
Oh, okay.
No Mercy. That's
No Mercy. Okay, no.
Yeah, I mean it's good. Just working on, TV shows, commercials, movies, whatever.
For like
Behind
any
the camera.
particular like Netflix type shit or just anybody and everybody?
Yeah, I mean I'm freelance, so I work on projects that will stream on Netflix or HBO or whatever.
HBO. Oh,
HBO, so you can go wherever you
big
want.
time, baby. What's going on?
H
It's
What you
quick.
filming
It's
Oh,
for
quick.
it's not regular ass TV.
It's that
Uh,
non-cable
I
TV, right?
mean, can you start? Can you get in a contract with WWE?
WWE. Dude, I worked on a
Because
long time ago.
the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I worked on something for NXT. Do you know what that is?
Of course,
No.
I fucking do.
It's like the
I
feeder
know
league into
exactly
the
what it
WWE.
is. I
So I
love
worked on a
all that
show.
shit.
Yeah, I worked on a show for NXT a long time ago. I worked
Triple
on
H
hard-
runs that shit.
Triple H.
Yeah, he's the head of NXT. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
You know they booted Vince McMahon out. Now Triple H and The Rock run WWE, and now it's called TKO.
I didn't know any of that, nor did I
What?
really
They keep
want
changing
to.
the name.
Well, no. Like the stock ticker name is TKO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Vince McMahon's
Cool.
out.
What do
He's out.
you think?
for
What do you
good.
think about Tyson and that dude Jake Paul?
Oh, man.
Tyson's gonna whoop that motherfucker's ass, bro.
Yeah, that'd be
Jake Paul's a bitch, dude. I'm sorry.
Are they
When did
still
that-
fighting? I thought that shit got all fucked up, and that's why he fought that other dude.
I don't know, but all I gotta say is Jake
I don't
Paul,
know either.
bitch, and Tyson.
I'm pretty sure he fought somebody else.
No, I'm telling you, it's coming.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul, the bitch, and Tyson gonna whoop that ass. That's what
The other
Give
day,
it three
man.
punches. 3 punches. That's it. And Jake
I mean,
Paul-
Tyson might bite his ear off too.
I hate to
Yeah.
say it, man, but the kid actually looks like he's not half bad at boxing. Like I
He's
watch
not,
boxing.
but Tyson's still gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
I
watched some
hope so,
YouTube
man. I
videos of
really,
Tyson,
really, really hope so. But
Like
I'm
if I had
real
$1 million,
concerned.
I'd put that $1 million on Tyson all day.
I mean, the match is on, so we're gonna find out who's gonna
I
win.
wouldn't.
I
wouldn't
would.
put any money
I
on it.
would put
Period.
$1 million on it.
The one thing I
Tyson
will say,
whoops
the
the
one
shit
thing-
out of that little Disney motherfucking kid.
The one thing I will say is this: I know for a fact, Mike Tyson, you could not pay him to take a dive. He's gonna come to fight. So that's
He's
one
gonna.
thing.
He's gonna come to fight.
He is the
Well, people-
definition of like 3-6 Mafia, one hitter quitter.
Well, people like claim that all of his fights have been like rigged and they're fixed, but I'm like, Tyson ain't gonna, for no amount of money would he rig that fight.
No, Tyson is gonna beat the
there's no way.
shit out of
No way.
Paul, and that's just the bottom line.
Did y'all see that
Because
video of
Stone
Tyson?
Cold said so.
Did y'all see that video of Tyson on the airplane punching that dude sitting behind him?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I
Dude
didn't
was
know.
fun.
I didn't see that one.
It's like, what do you think's gonna? I'm so glad he didn't get in trouble for that, because it's like, what do you like? That's what's
Yeah.
supposed to happen, like to anybody, but much less you're gonna do that to Mike Tyson. It's like, no, you need to get punched.
Bro,
Like-
if you
Yeah.
talk shit to Tyson, man, you better fucking you have a death wish. I mean, he'll fucking knock you out like deathly. Like, I mean, look, Paul got no chance. I'm sorry, he has no chance.
I think
Yeah.
he's got a chance.
I don't, not at all.
I hate to say it. I don't
Tyson-
like them Paul kids.
Tyson is the definition of one hitter quitter. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Watch. I mean, I'll put money on it with you, Tuo. That's how.
Oh, I would not bet on on one of those other kids, but I'm just saying I wouldn't necessarily. I'm not so confident.
Okay,
that
Mubs, what
Tyson
do you
will
think,
win.
Tyson or Paul?
Okay. Well, for me, I think Tyson. Is he gonna knock him out? No, but I know for a fact when the rounds keep going, Jake Paul's gonna get tired quicker than Tyson.
Paul's
Wait,
gonna
Well,
go-
how many
Paul's
rounds
gonna
are
come
they
to a
fighting?
real quick
I think
realization.
it's 8 rounds. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I
I
wish it was
think
12.
Tyson might knock him out in round 1 or 2.
It's either 8 or
Wait,
12.
I'll
Mo,
tell you this:
Are you
if-
wearing a
if-
shirt on backwards?
Yeah, well, the thing is, I have back pain, so I had
Oh,
I had a
sorry.
Bang-Aid cream in the back, so I don't want to put my shirt
Okay, I was just checking.
if you got to toughen up for the cast, man, you got to put no, I'm just fucking with you. If the fight if Tyson wins, he'll knock him out. I'll tell you
Oh
that
yeah,
right
it's
now.
gonna be a KO for
But
sure.
I don't think that Tyson necessarily wins. But if Tyson does win, he'll knock him out because you're not going to have a tired fighter in front of Mike Tyson.
It's gonna be a KO, and I bet it's a KO in round 2.
When is that?
The
fight?
one
Did
thing
we
that
figure
Mike
it out?
Tyson is the one
I'll
thing
look
that
it
Mike
up.
Tyson's going to bring that we haven't seen Jake Paul fight at all. Well, is obviously a legend, but he hasn't fought. I haven't seen him fight anybody that can throw a mean body shot. And Mike Tyson throws one of the meanest
Exactly.
fucking
That's what I'm saying.
right
Round
hooks
2
to the liver.
KO done.
Like if he hits him with one liver shot, the fight will be over.
Done data. Round 2.
Yeah.
Knockout.
Yeah.
So it's
Tyson.
November 15th is the date. The fight
Okay,
date.
sweet,
Wait,
man. And
they
how cool is
changed
that?
it? It was supposed to
15th.
be like this summer.
After the
it
election.
was supposed to be this week, and I think
it was
got
supposed
postponed.
to be this summer.
Oh, so Jake Paul
why-
bitched out. Okay. What a faggot.
But it's
Remember,
pretty
Jake
cool
Paul.
that it's pretty
No,
cool
sorry,
that
go ahead,
Mike
go.
Tyson is like. It's pretty cool that Mike Tyson is willing to do
I mean,
this.
do y'all remember when Mike Tyson was involved with WWF when Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold were going at it?
I never watched wrestling, bro.
Oh my God, y'all don't remember that?
Neither did
shit?
I really.
Oh,
I never saw it.
Adam, dude, Burger King. You're telling me you don't remember when Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels got in each other's face with Mike Tyson back in like 1998?
No, I don't.
No.
Okay, well I'm gonna play
sorry.
you a video then because you're gonna love this.
Okay.
I was 4 years old when that happened, so I don't remember shit.
4 years old.
4 years old, 98.
Taylor, do you remember?
Hold on a second, I gotta share my screen. God damn it!
What were you saying, Jake? What were you saying, Burger King?
For some, I don't know. For some reason,
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that was like the best time to be alive, like watching that shit. You know, where did 2-0 go?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Anyways,
he dipped.
yeah, like that shit was fantastic.
Oh no, I was maybe waking up in Puerto Rico at 4 years old while that was happening. So
Sounds good.
Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that segment of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn motherfucking Michaels. But I
always thought wrestling was so gay, man. As a kid, I was like, man, this shit is so fucking gay.
Yeah, but what about when Undertaker threw Mankind off the top of a 16-foot cage onto a table?
I mean, I didn't get to see it because I didn't want to see all the other gay shit that I'd have had to sit through to see that.
You know,
I was the same. I had a friend growing up
missed
named
out.
Michael Foley, and he was like super into wrestling, and I had to like pretend that I was into it too, but I really was
dude,
just
I
like,
still watch it. Like I still watch all the
oh, I
old
believe
shit.
that.
I mean, even like Stiz said something. He was like, we had a podcast, and he was like, "Oh, dude, you know, you gotta send me the footage of that of this video we made." I'm like, well, I mean, bro, I'm like, I don't. What am I supposed to do? I mean, you gonna give me a kickback? I mean, because I'll just super kick your ass back to Jupiter if I have to.
Dude, remember when everybody in like middle school would just like do like a what is it
Suck
called
it.
when you do this move?
Suck
Stone
it.
Cold
Oh, well,
Stunner.
there is that, but
Oh,
I mean
Cold
like
Stunner.
Dude, I got put in
Yeah,
sack
you do
so
like-
many times for telling everybody to suck it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then
telling every.
I also got put in sack for
And then
pointing
9/11
laser pointers at people's eyes in the cafeteria.
wild,
Uh-huh.
wild.
What do you
time
think
when-
about? What do you think about Building 7, Adam?
Oh no, let's not do that.
Wow, I don't think we have enough time.
Let's not get into that right now.
I was just fucking with you, dude.
Yeah, we can get to that for a second.
I mean,
Get to that for a
9/11
second.
was
We got
an
a minute.
inside
We got-
job. Okay. All
I
right.
mean, jet fuel can't melt steel sweet.
I mean,
beans.
honestly, I knew nothing about that until in 2007. I went to go visit Adam and like Alex and
Yeah,
Austin.
we got-
So I'll never forget this ever. When I came to Austin in like 2007 from San Diego, I had no idea about this fucking 9/11 was an inside job bullshit thing, and Adam and Alex were all telling me about it.
Bullshit.
Well, they even climbed up a fucking crane and hung a flag that said
Alex did that.
9/11 was an inside job, and
I was there, man.
Okay, well, I didn't know
Taylor,
So what
anything
was there to
about it.
witness it?
So
Taylor, do you remember when you
I-
came to Austin and then we drove to California like in the middle of the night?
we actually talked about this the other day. Actually,
Really?
yeah, dude.
Have you talked about Charlie on this thing?
I have the DVD of the cop video of them getting pulled over and Charlie running.
Oh God, you have a
Hey, so back in
yeah.
Austin.
Oh no, I have it. It's
Wait,
like
what?
right there in my closet.
Back in
Yeah.
Austin, a cop came to my apartment for a noise complaint, and there was no noise. It was this bitch upstairs. She just hated us for some reason. We weren't even making a peep. Well, anyway, the cop showed up, and he was just standing at our door to try to hear noise,
Mhm.
and we were sitting in there, and Zach Ross had a fucking 9/11 inside job, like the spare change DVDs or what was it, loose change or what was
loose change.
He just slid it under
Loose
the
change.
door.
Loose
And
change.
no, bro. So the cop knocked and we didn't know. We opened it and we're like smoking weed and shit. And the cop's like, "Hey, man, I got a noise complaint." But he's like, "I've been standing out here," and he's like, "Y'all are quiet as hell. I haven't heard like one noise." And we're like, "Yeah, man, we're just sitting here like literally watching a video." Like, and Zach Ross goes, I
Yeah.
can't remember what he said to the cop, but basically he's like, what do you think? Or like something about 9/11 shit. And the cop was kind of, he fucking hands him that video. And the guy's like, "What is
Nice.
this?" And he starts breaking it down for the cop. It was
Dude,
fucking
those
awesome,
9/11 truther guys, that's like a big base for like Trump MAGA.
Well, I know that Carl climbed
right?
up that fucking crane, and like ripped his arm apart.
Who?
What?
Carl.
Oh.
I
He,
think,
like,
I mean,
cut his
honestly,
arm.
man, I think that the 9/11 truth shit was pretty ubiquitous. Like, I think anybody below a certain age was like, look,
Well,
something.
Something weird was
okay.
happening.
I'll say
But-
this:
but
I
Alex
am not a
Jones, like,
conspiracy
started
theorist.
in that
I am
business.
not
Started.
a conspiracy theorist. But will someone please just show me, please, of an actual video footage of a plane hitting the Pentagon? Because so far, I have not been able to see it.
No, and
Yeah, it was a missile, bro.
It was a
And-
motherfucking 10. Yeah, exactly.
Look,
It was
I'm
a
sorry,
motherfucking
man.
missile.
Wait. So what are you gonna say?
Building
No,
7 is all
like,
you got to see,
dude,
man.
you're telling me that the world's the United States most protected fucking building,
Yeah.
missed like in clips like of like 30 seconds a plane hitting that building. No, I'm sorry, I don't believe it because you can't see it. There is no plane hitting that building. It was a missile. And until proven otherwise,
Classic false flag
I will
operation.
never
Well,
believe.
I don't even think it's that. It's more, to me, it's more of a classic Pearl Harbor situation where they know it's coming, so they let it happen.
Whatever it is, I'm just saying.
let it happen.
In order to
show me a plane hitting
And
the
then they helped it
Pentagon,
out.
and
You know,
I'll
they
believe
helped it out with a few explosives.
But I have yet to see it, and I refuse to.
I think it was just like mismanaged, like government mismanagement, right? It's like the FBI and the CIA weren't like in
building in the
communication with each
goddamn
other.
country, and they just missed it, like on the
So
camera.
you think Building 7 just came down because
No,
of
I'm
debris
talking
and
about
fire?
the Pentagon. Dude.
I don't know about that. That is hard to explain.
What I'm saying is
Once
like,
you see that
show
go down,
me
you're like,
a
what the
fucking
fuck?
video of a plane hitting the Pentagon, and I'll shut
Yeah,
the
don't
fuck
get
up.
all don't let your age make you start questioning what you once believed.
Show me a
man.
video of a plane hitting the Pentagon, and I'll shut the fuck up.
I think that's what kind of happens. Like after living through 9/11, it's like you kind of realize how as you get older, you like the lie is so big and it just happens so long. It kind of you just kind of like go with it. Your mind kind
Show
of just
me
is
a
like,
plane hitting the
Because what are
Pentagon.
you gonna do about it? Like you have no.
I'm
control.
serious. Show me a plane hitting
Taylor,
the
shut
Pentagon.
the fuck up. We
No.
That's right, Adam. You're right though. That's kind of like a coping way. I guess you just kind of
it's like
that's how your brain copes with it. Is just like, no, that wasn't bullshit.
What are y'all
It's
just
like,
gonna just say, okay, fuck it, whatever? No, like show me a plane hitting the Pentagon, okay, and I'll believe it. But
we're
they have
not
yet to
arguing
do
with
so.
you. We don't have a video to show you.
Exactly.
You want to talk to
Exactly.
You want to talk to the CIA, Chuck? You want to talk to the Secret Service? See if they have a video? Go talk to
No,
the director.
they could suck it for all I care.
Okay, then they're going to
Like
give you
this?
the footage then.
Like 2 words, like literally, suck it, bro. Like, I mean, what I'm getting at is something doesn't add up about that.
Yeah, well, a lot of shit didn't add up, and I think we all knew at the time that there was some shenanigans going on, and it wasn't just
always is. Just like,
and it wasn't just
the
in
Oklahoma bombings or
it wasn't just in
the Vegas shooting. You know,
and there's always some shit going on.
Well, see, now the Oklahoma bombing, I think that was just a straight up crazy dude. I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the
McVeigh was out of his fucking mind. But what I'm getting at is I will never believe the 9/11 commission report ever.
No.
Obviously not. Obviously
until you can prove to me that a plane actually hit the Pentagon.
Taylor, you know who you look like? You look like Joe Totalitarno from The Matrix. You look like that guy. Cypher.
You know, a lot of people tell me I look like Mark
Ruffalo,
Roberg or whatever. Mark
Juwan Robichaux.
No. The guy who does like the kid stuff, Mark Roberg or whatever. Y'all know.
I don't know who the fuck that is, man.
I don't know what that is.
But y'all know Cypher from The Matrix, right?
Yeah, he looks like Cypher.
Yeah.
You're right.
He looks like Cypher.
Dude, have y'all seen the movie Bound? It was like the movie that the Wachowskis did before The Matrix.
No,
I haven't seen that.
It's cool.
Was it Bound? B-O-U-N-D?
What's up with the
Bound?
Wachowski brothers anyway, man? That you know that they're both fucking trans.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy, dude.
That's wild.
The Matrix. The Matrix got them.
The Matrix got real good.
Yeah, they're a simulation or whatever.
But yeah, man. Yeah, so okay, we all agree 9/11 inside job. That's good.
I'm not saying it's an inside job. I'm saying just prove it to me.
Yeah,
like
we're all on the same page here.
Chuck, it's an inside job. We get it.
Do y'all like my Carrie Underwood t-shirt?
Oh, sweet, dude.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh.
How was the show?
That's a nice ass shirt.
I don't know. I found it in a thrift shop, but I started collecting them. I got I found another Carrie Underwood shirt, and I think
Oh, nice.
I think if you wear that, bro, they're gonna think you're fucking MAGA.
MAGA?
So a lot of people tell me I look like this.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me I look like this.
Dude, I'm thinking about going MAGA. It's kind of cool these days.
God.
You know, I listened to Carrie Underwood the other day, and I'm thinking about going MAGA, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me I look like this guy, Mark Roberg.
Oh, there you go. Mark Roberg.
Yeah, I can see that.
Who the fuck is that dude?
Look at his
you know who he kind of looks like?
Look at his
Cypher from The Matrix.
He has like a crazy following on YouTube. It's insane.
He does kid videos. What's up with all these kids watching weird ass YouTube videos?
No, he's really cool, man. No, he's really cool.
No.
Like,
dude,
I respect the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, my nieces watch some weird shit like of adults playing with like dolls and like.
Dude, it's weird, bro. My nephews were over and they just listen to these dudes and they're just.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about these adults that make these YouTubes for kids, bro. Like they just. Bro, I would be sitting next to my nephew and I'd turn and be like, what the fuck are you watching? It would just be some dude talking as fast as you possibly fucking can with the most disjointed thoughts you've ever heard.
But what's he talking about?
These fucking flash videos. It'll be like just the craziest shit, bro. Just like it just jumps from like one meme to the next to the motherfucker. It's just like, and I'm just like, dude, this shit is it's designed to fry their brains.
It's fried. It's just fried, bro.
And I watched like I was my ex-girlfriend was like babysitting. What is this?
Wait, so are you saying that Nick Litchenberg, your girlfriend was babysitting what?
She was babysitting this boy, like 7-year-old boy or whatever, and he was watching like adults playing with like Nerf guns, you know?
Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that thing. It's just like, and he was just like all into watching like Nerf gun YouTube videos.
Really,
dude? It's gonna be crazy because like when my nephews like we're either like basically doing some shit or they're watching videos of people doing shit. So it's like Tiz, what are you doing?
Is this the outro, Taylor? I'll just model it off of whatever. Okay, go ahead.
What's your outro?
All I can say is, boys, just when in doubt, just come check us out. And if you check us out, then fuck around and find out. And that's it.
I love it. All right, I'll go next. So, I mean, I know I do this a lot, but you know, it is what it is. So, holler at the TIZZ for honor, to getting honor, to staying honor. But if you can't come in her, you come on her. Okay,
that's the TIZZ outro right there. All right.
I disappeared, but all right, brother. Good talking to you guys.
Thanks for having. Thanks for coming on the show. We should do this more often.
Yeah, man. All right, let's do it again. All right, bye.
You have a good
Once
night.
a week.
Mup, stay on for 2 seconds.
All right.
I'll stay on for 2 seconds. I got you.
All right, later, cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, Burger King. Just when in doubt, come check us out.
I think
and if you can't check us
now
out,
it's just me and you.
there you go.
What's up, Mobs?
Man,
What's up?
I mean,
what's good,
man, you're all over the place, man. Like you're always talking about inside jobs. We went to the adults with videos.
I mean, bro, like you should have seen what I had to deal with today. Like, you know. I mean,
what you deal with today? What's going on?
I had 3 conference calls. I mean, I was doing trades. Like, I was trying to build the business. So, like, it's
okay. Good. That's good. We're making progress. That's what matters.
All right. Bag Brigade fam, welcome back to the first podcast as the Bag Brigade, which was the TIZZ Talk. Thank you so much for TooWoke being on, Burger King, aka Adam, and my boy Gammanomics, baby. And yeah, I'm into this, but you know what? I couldn't do any of this without all of you. That's the truth.
I gotta say, that is the truth. That is the truth. Praise to the Most Highest for the words, and the Bag Brigade just keeps rising up like they go tomorrow.
We're taking it to the next level, and if you aren't rocking with us now, then you might as well start, because if you miss it, you're gonna miss it.
Now I'm gonna say my outro one last time, because if you do miss it and you're in doubt, you might as well come check us out. Because if you don't check us out, then you're going to have to fuck around and find out. And when you do find out, right? When you do find out, then you're not in doubt. That's where the Bag Brigade comes in.
I love it. I love it. And I love all of y'all. I love all my members. I love all my analysts. I love all my day ones. I couldn't do it without you. And I guess at this point, I'm going to say Chuck Bloomberg is signing out. This has been a great first Bag Brigade podcast. And yeah, we'll be up bright and early trading in the morning.